everyone and welcome to the GameFace MPNFL Netball Show. You notice it's just the two of us tonight. We're missing Lou again, but she'll be back to join us next week. Tonight we'll be going over all of our usual stuff. We'll go over some games from last week that were highlights. We've got our Swordfish Player of the Round as well, and looking at taking a preview of tomorrow's games.
And earlier in the week we put it out to the guys out in the netball world to see what they wanted to see on the show, and Betty Mack was she came out to say that she'd like to see an almost netball legends, so a bit of a take on the football show there. And on that we are proud to launch our newest segment, Netflix and Skills. So stay tuned for our first video later in the show.
Can't wait to see it. So let's jump into it and have a squiz at last week's results.
Yes.
What did you see from Div 2 last week, Christy?
I think the game that stood out to me was the Crib Point Langwarrin game. So across all of the divisions they were really tight. So and both clubs took away from the A, B, C and D 2 wins each.
So really close.
Yeah, so I'm happy to share those, I'm sure. And all of the teams within those two clubs are pretty much sitting in that top 5 position. So I think if you had to have chosen a game or a club to go down and watch, that would have been where you would have headed. A grade 56 to 41, so really low scoring I would have thought for those two particular clubs, so interesting with that. And Chelsea and Devon, the tightest game of the round with a 38 to 36 result in that C grade, and Chelsea just getting over the line, so they were in 4th prior to the game, so that potentially might have flipped them over and have pushed Devon down to 4th.
It's all getting very interesting.
Yeah, yep. And I know in my games too, Somerville played against Hastings, and I've been a big advocate for Crib Point to be the potential A grade victor this year, and I think I might have
swinging a little.
Yeah, I might have changed my mind after the games on Saturday. Hastings are a very disciplined unit. They are great across the court. A young group of players, but they definitely stood up to Summy and gave us a little bit of a lesson in netball. So
golly.
yeah, so no, it was interesting. Yeah, and what about Div 1?
So we had a few close games actually. I think in A grade last week I picked Jemina vs Pines as the one to watch. Jemina actually got it done quite comfortably. They're winning. What did they win by? They won by it was 61 to 44. So that's a pretty comfortable win. I thought, a bit unexpected from my end. The Pines did get the win in the B grade though. That was rather unexpected. Pines were 8th and Jemina was 6th, and so they actually got the win by 4 points over Jemina. So that bumps them up. Actually swaps them positions on the ladder. So that really gets Pines up there in the B grade, which was interesting to see. There was a close game with Mount Eliza versus Rosebud as well, with Rosebud getting the job done by 1 point in B grade.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, so that would have been a good one to see too. What else do we have? C grade. Rosebud did it in C grade as well. They were actually sitting 7th on the ladder. Mount Eliza were 4th, and so they have unexpectedly come away with the win in C grade too by 6 points. So that's a very good win. I'm sure the girls would have been very happy about that win on the weekend.
Yeah, eyeing the finals with that win.
Yeah, really tightens the middle of the ladder there now, so they're really tightening the gap. In the middle there. So that will be interesting to see come the end of the season who makes the final cut. D grade, we had the couple of games that I mentioned last week. Mornington versus the Bombers was going to be tight, and Mornington actually came away by 2 points in that one. And then Bomb Beach versus Sorrento got the job done by 1 point. So they were very close games. It will be interesting to see how that translates to the finals as well, because they're all sitting around the middle of the ladder.
And Division 1, correct me if I'm wrong, but they all play each other twice because they have the smaller group size.
Yes,
so whereas in Division 2 we don't. We don't get the opportunity to play
around.
everybody. So it'd be interesting on those tight ones whether come the other way around you get the other chance to redeem yourself.
Definitely interesting to see. Now on last weekend as well we had top of the round clashes in B grade and C grade between EDS and YC. I'm happy to say our girls got the job done in both grades, so that was very exciting for us. And C grade was actually our Swordfish match of the round. So we've got we had some scouts on the ground looking out for the winner there. Well,
should I ask you, Sam? Because were you actually?
Might have had a few words.
Yeah. Did we see you on the sidelines talking to our scouts out there to see who was best on ground?
No. Look, if I played a good game, maybe, but I had a shocker. So no, let's not go there.
Well, I did hear from these scouts that the two best on players, or the players that really stood out during that game, were both goalkeepers. So that's a big shout out to all the defenders out there who maybe don't get the recognition. So Amy Phillips from Frankston YCW Sue and Wendy Morecambe for EDS. So both girls had ripper games. However, there's only one Swordfish Player of the Round winner, and that was awarded to Wendy Morecambe of EDS, who put together 4 really strong quarters. So
she was fantastic on the weekend.
Congrats Wendy. Yeah.
Fantastic work. Might have to come down with you. Maybe we might organise a team date down there. Let's go. Let's get some pizza. I'm excited.
Yeah. So thanks Trish for that award again.
All right, so we've got our new topic now. We've got Netflix and skill.
Yes.
It's going to be so interesting. I can't wait to see.
Yeah, that's right, Sam. So we're opening it up to you guys out there in the netball community to send us through your very best.
Or worst.
And I'm going to say, please send us through your worst of your netball videos and photos. So it might be a really good passage of play that you filmed or display of skill on the court, or maybe some, a collision or some injuries, hopefully nothing too serious, or just one of those really great action shots. So send that through to us so that we can put it up in our segment here and, just to get some idea of what's going on outside, out there on the courts.
Absolutely. Or perhaps Ladies' Day rolls around and one of your netballers thinks they can dance, or you've had an impressive performance on the bull at your Wild West function. That would be interesting to see.
So some of them actually just had a Wild West function, and if I had have known prior to this week that we were going to run with this, I might have taken some better footage of the girls who tried to get up on the bucking bull. So get your phones out and make sure you save those Snapchats. Send them directly to GameFace by inboxing us, and let's kick it off with a flashback to the infamous bomber block, which went viral back in 2015. So this made it across media across the globe, actually. So Daily Mail, you name it. And yeah, let's have a look. So I can't believe that has made it back onto the screens. So
rehash it. That's great.
I don't know if you recognise there, Sam, but that's actually my club. So they were our girls who conspired this little defensive move, and yeah, it really took us all by surprise with how much feedback we received about it. So
it was pretty awesome, a bit revolutionary at the time.
Yeah, so people were questioning the rules across the competition. So yes, I can say that we haven't done anything quite like that since, but if your club is doing something along those lines, please send it in so that we can share it here.
Absolutely, and I believe we already have a video sent in, Christy. What have we got? Yeah,
so the lovely girls down at Seaford sent us through this video, so let's have a look.
Ouch. I hope she was all right after that, Christy.
Yeah, they were. So that was Chelsea Robertson and Jenna Foote. So it was an A versus B practice match at their indoor training facility there in Seaford. So they were all fine. So they got back up after that and had a bit of a laugh. Thankfully, it was filmed.
Yep.
And so that's been able to be sent in to us. So they haven't been able to keep that in-house. Thanks very much for sharing. But just to maybe make them feel a little bit better, we've got some images from some players around the competition that, I don't know.
Maybe not their favourites?
Maybe not their favourites, but thanks for being good sports, and let's have a look at some of those.
Thanks to all the girls for sending those photos in. That's definitely made our Friday night. So don't forget to send through if you've got any floating around your club or in the archives. Definitely send through, inbox them directly to the GameFace page. And now after all that excitement, let's continue it with the rumour file.
Okay, so Division 1. Which Division 1 club for the second week running has been cautioned for their undisciplined play?
Ooh.
Not good.
That's not a good one, is it?
No. Oh, they might not be up for, what's the award at the end of the season?
Oh, the one that the umpires give?
Is it a most, I think the league has a most disciplined award.
Club, perhaps
yeah, potentially not for that club for 2 weeks in a row. So that's not great. So hopefully they can turn that around.
Maybe
because
take that on board.
Yeah, hopefully. If you know if that's you, then
let us know.
Pull up your socks.
Yeah.
And Division 2, so which player from a Division 2 club has threatened to leave their club and pull their sponsorship over their lack of court time?
Ooh.
Wow.
Drastic, isn't it?
It is drastic. Because we all know sponsorship is
very important, but also so is winning. So if there's a reason they're not getting content.
So that might be a little conundrum for the coach there. So
a little bit of bribery going on.
Might see how that plays out. So
Really interesting. Well, guys, don't forget to send through your rumours if you've got anything juicy. Definitely inbox our page because we want to hear all about it. So let's have a look now at the games we've got coming up tomorrow. What have we seen in Div 2?
So tomorrow, I think, the game that I'm really looking forward to hearing all about is the A grade grand final replay. So there's a lot that's happened since that grand final. The teams have changed fractionally across both clubs. So that'll be Coringal versus Crib Point.
Yep.
And I still think I'm going to go with Crib Point on that one. But
Where are they sitting in the ladder at the
So
minute?
that'll be a flip. So Crib Point's sitting on top of the ladder.
Yep.
However, Coringal was the one who won the flag.
Right.
So
Interesting.
yeah, I think they'll have a little bit of ammunition
Fire,
around that one
yes.
and see if they can get away with a win. The other one that I'm interested to see the result of is in the B grade, Seaford versus Devon Meadows. So Seaford, not a little bit further down on the ladder to Devon, but I think Seaford really could come away with an upset here.
Okay.
We're looking at that one with interest.
Yeah.
And the other great game I think that is scheduled for the weekend is Chelsea versus Red Hill. So both really, 2 and 3 on the ladder.
Really
and
strong.
So interested to see how that one goes.
Fantastic. Well, we've got a few, I think, in Div 1. In the A grade, we've got Sorrento versus Mornington. That's actually third versus first. So that's going to be, that's a tussle for the top of the ladder, that one.
And Sorrento was always going to be the club for me. So. And Mornington sitting on top of the ladder.
So strong. They're sitting right up the top. I think they had maybe a false start in the first week, and other than that, they are flying. So that will be a really great game to watch. We'll be keeping our eyes on the live ladder on that one for sure.
Down at Sorrento, is it?
It is, yeah. Sorrento hosting.
Oh, it's going to be cold down there.
Yeah, I would not be looking forward to that. But I'm sure the girls will have a good tussle there.
Yep.
Also in the B grade, they are 4th versus 5th, Sorrento and Mornington. So that will also be a really interesting one to watch. So a couple of really good games for the end of the cold day there. C group, we've got Jemina versus Bond Beaches 4th versus 3rd. So that's that will be interesting to see if they can get on top of one another on the ladder there. Jemina, really strong. But Bomb Beach have come really good as well. So that will be really interesting.
I'd love to see Bomb Beach just have some success across the grades.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I feel like they've put together some really strong teams this year, so they're doing really well. So
good on them.
Good to see for sure. And in D grade we've got Rosebud versus Pines at 10th and 9th, so the bottom of the ladder tussle. So it will be whoever loses that game will be sitting on the bottom. So that will be interesting. Bit
of pride on the line there.
So yeah, definitely. And also last night YCW hosted Mount Eliza, so they played their games last night, Thursday night.
Oh, all these cheeky clubs squeezing in their games, getting themselves the weekend free.
I know, it's at least they get to go watch some other netball, so that's
good.
But in D grade it's actually 3rd versus 2nd, so I'll be interested to hear. I haven't heard the results yet of that hasn't come through, so I'll be interested to see what the result was there.
All right,
we might change some things up on the ladder as well.
Oh, so you lose away and we're losing.
No, all these things that she could be talking to us about, and she's missed it. I'm sure she'll come back with some good stuff next week.
Brilliant.
Thanks always to our sponsors for making our show possible. Frankie Media have got all your business solutions covered. Perhaps you're in real estate and need some property videos or signage. Maybe they're in need of some stickers or business cards for your business. Make sure you see the team at Frankie Media because they can help.
And a massive shout out to our official apparel partner. So we've got some new gear on today from Swifts Locker. So thank you for your support. Make sure you get in contact with Swifts for any of your apparel needs. And I know it's only round 8, but for some netball trip preparations, I don't know if Eddie S gets onto that. Make sure you see them for your customised netball trip tops.
Good luck to all teams playing tomorrow. Make sure you stay as dry and warm as you can. Not looking forward to that chilly day. If you're playing indoors, super jealous, by the way. Oh my goodness. And don't forget to have your phones ready for our new segment, Netflix and Skills. We definitely want to see those sent through to us.
Yeah, I can't wait to see some of the action shots that we get.
Absolutely.
And some of those great, aka bad, photos.
That's my most favourite.
All right, so thanks a lot everybody and we'll see you next week. Cheers.